When I did my preview video of the all-new Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6-liter turbo, I did promise you an in-depth driving impressions video. Well guys, here we are with the 2022 Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6-liter turbo for a whole week. And in this video, we go out for a drive to truly test it out. Let's do this! Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Reagan, and if you're new here, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. However, if you are my subscriber already, well, sit back, relax, and enjoy this show. Now guys, I also want to thank Chery Auto Philippines for lending us the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6-liter turbo for a whole week to do this driving impressions video. So now that that's out of the way, well, the first thing that you'll notice once you get inside the Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6-liter turbo is just how plush the cabin materials that they used here. I mean, guys, the brown leather seats that they used here, I mean, wow, this by itself, ulam na. I mean, it's fantastic. We get butterfly headrests here. See, get butterfly headrests. These things you normally see in vehicles that would cost over 3 million Philippine pesos. And yet we have that here in the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6-liter turbo. We've got soft touch materials on your dashboard. The door cards look fantastic, guys. And the flat bottom leather wrap steering wheel, yeah, it's also really plush. Now, we have plush cabin materials here, and we also have an awesome amount of tech. You see, you have 3 LED screens facing you right here, right now. You've got the digital instrument gauge cluster right there, front and center. We've got that 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system here, which has, like, you know, it has the image of a 360-degree view camera that also has 3D mode. And its resolution is, wow, it's full HD, guys. I mean, it's crazy. Now, we also have a screen here for your climate control system. We've got a dual zone, fully automatic climate control system here, guys. So yeah, the tech of this thing is also phenomenal. And it could be a little bit overwhelming and intimidating, in fact, especially if, let's say, you came from something like a Toyota Innova or something, or maybe a base model, you know, 7-seater pickup base SUV like a Fortuner or a Montero. Yeah, this cabin could be a bit intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, then that's when you'll realize that it just gives you everything, all the creature comforts, all the tech that you could ever ask for in a vehicle. And to get that at this price level of only 1,645,000 Philippine pesos, I mean, guys, this is really Chery Auto Philippines telling everybody, telling the entire automotive landscape that they are here in the Philippines to play serious ball. When it comes to the NVH of this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro, I mean, guys, I got to drive this for a short while, a couple of months back. But now that I've driven this for several days, wow, I can tell you that this cabin is super quiet. I mean, it is as quiet as a church here, guys. I mean, it's crazy. It's so quiet that you're in danger of falling asleep inside this cabin. I mean, it's that crazy, guys. I do believe the decibel levels of this cabin is around 34 decibels. And driving it on the highway, I can tell you that yes, it is quiet, although there is a tad bit of tire noise that I was able to detect. But that's something that you can easily address by changing to like better quality tires. But the overall ambient noise, the environmental noise, none of that gets inside this cabin. I mean, it's so quiet, it's so refined, and it's so composed. And I love it, guys. I love it. I mean, guys, the other car reviewers won't say it, but I will tell you guys, I will say it to you. The cabin of this Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6 liter turbo feels like a luxury vehicle. There you go. I said it. It feels like a luxury vehicle, but it's priced at 1.6 million and change. I mean, not just the NVH, guys, but also the suspension tuning. This thing has a suspension that is tuned more for comfort. It's tuned to really absorb all of the bumps and the imperfections on the road. Guys, I go through like potholes, I go through some uneven cement roads, and no vibrations makes its way inside the cabin. You don't hear anything. You don't hear any whirring thuds. None of that, guys. It's just so quiet, it's just so composed and so refined. Now, the drawback of having such a smooth and soft suspension is, well, handling is a little bit compromised. And that's what I experienced with this Tiggo 8 Pro. It handles also like a luxury vehicle, which means that there is a little bit of a body roll when you're taking corners at a faster clip. And the steering feel of this vehicle is also a bit on the lighter side. I mean, it's pretty similar to the steering feel that I've encountered with the Tiggo 7 Pro and the other Tiggos in the lineup. But yeah, it's not as artificial as some of the other crossovers that I've tested, although it is on the lighter side. Now, most other people would love a steering wheel that's quite light, but I'm actually not one of them because I prefer a steering wheel that has a little bit more heft, because that gives me some feeling of control over the vehicle, especially when I'm driving faster than normal. Now, if there's one nitpick that I'm not fond of with this Tiggo 8 Pro is the fact that it only has two drive modes. You see, we have an eco mode and a sport mode. Now, eco mode is perfectly usable, guys, if let's say you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic, if let's say you're just going around town. Yeah, it's okay. It's just right. But if you're going on the highway, yeah, the eco mode kind of lacks a little bit of oomph, especially if you need to overtake. Yeah, it lacks a little bit of power. Now, luckily, we do have a sport mode here, and in sport mode, which is the mode that I'm always in at, guys, well, the Tiggo 8 Pro unleashes the full 195 horsepower available in this vehicle. Now, when you pair that with its 7-speed wet-type dual-clutch transmission, oh boy, guys. Yeah, this is one great performer when it comes to straight line acceleration and speed. I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I'm also happy that we have paddle shifters here, guys. And yeah, the dual clutch transmission of this thing is one of the smoothest, if not the smoothest, dual clutch transmissions that I've tested so far. And that includes the dual clutch transmissions coming from, let's say, Geely. You see, the wet type dual clutch transmission of this Tiggo 8 Pro feels like a regular automatic, but it shifts a hell of a lot faster than a regular automatic. At this point, guys, I'd like to share with you a little bit of a pro tip when you're driving a dual clutch transmission. You see, when you come to a full stop, you don't need to shift to neutral, because yeah, the dual clutch will just automatically shift to neutral while you're in full stop like this. And the good thing there is it works perfectly well and in tandem with the auto brake hold feature that the Tiggo 8 Pro has, and also with the engine start-stop system. You see, we have an automatic start-stop system here which helps to conserve on fuel. Now, speaking of fuel, well guys, the Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6 liter turbo also has a pretty decent level of fuel economy for a 7-seater mid-size crossover or SUV. You see, I went on city drives, and during my city drives, guys, I was able to get 10.2 kilometers per liter, and that's on eco mode, guys. And on a highway drive going to this location, on eco mode and while using the adaptive cruise control set at 80 kilometers per hour, I was able to get 14.2 kilometers per liter. Now, some of you might say, we've got other offerings from other Chinese car brands that can do more than 14.2 kilometers per liter on the highway, like over 15, maybe 16. But guys, you have to understand, this is a 1.6 liter turbocharged engine. This is not a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine. And we have 195 horsepower on tap. So with great power comes a little bit higher fuel consumption. Now, one of the things that I really love about this Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6 liter are the safety bits and the advanced driver assist systems that are found in this vehicle. You see, you're seeing on your screen right now all of the safety bits and all of the advanced driver assist aids that this vehicle has. And guys, usually you will see those systems in vehicles that cost over 2 million Philippine pesos. I mean, it's crazy. Now, I got to test out some of these features like the lane keep assist and also the adaptive cruise control. And guys, I'm telling you, that is such a treat. I mean, it's so fantastic. I love it. I love it. It's pretty similar to the system found in Honda, like the Honda sensing system, where it will keep you in place, in your lane, as you're driving. It also has this system where it makes sure that you have your eyes on the road. And of course, we have the usual blind spot monitoring, emergency braking, and forward collision alert. Now, I do believe that this Tiggo 8 Pro, being a family vehicle, is well equipped because we have all of those advanced driver assist systems and safety bits. Of course, guys, no vehicle is perfect. So there are some nitpicks that I also encountered with this Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6 liter turbo. First up, well, it fails the visor test. I have the visor here and it doesn't move. So yeah, there's a little bit of an area here where the sun can still get in. So yeah, it fails the visor test. Another nitpick that I don't like about it is, well, the buttons here on the right side of the shifter, yeah, you'll have to look at these buttons in order for you to know which button you're pressing, because these are the buttons for your 360-degree view cam, your drive modes, your vehicle settings, etc. So yeah, you have to look down, which kind of distracts you when you're driving. And luckily, we do have ADAS here, all of those advanced driver assist aids, so even if you're a bit distracted, you won't get into an accident. Now, another nitpick that I'm not really too fond of is, well, the steering feel could be improved a bit. It's really on the lighter side, guys, and yeah, it feels a little bit floaty at times, which is kind of expected already from these newer mid-size crossovers and SUVs. And finally, my last nitpick here would be the quality of the material found here on the center tunnel, because this is made of glossy piano black finish here, and we all know that glossy piano black finishes tend to attract a lot of scratches, dust, and fingerprints. So aside from those nitpicks, well, what can I say, guys? This Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6 liter, at its price level, with all of the tech, the safety, the cabin materials, the drive performance, the power, I mean, guys, this vehicle right here represents the best value for money that you can get in a 7-seater mid-size SUV in the country today. I mean, I'm putting it out there. This, my friends, it's up there amongst the best, amongst the premium luxury mid-size SUVs. The Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 1.6 liter is truly one of the best. Thanks for watching.